Hey everyone, I'm Cristiano Ronaldo, and I want to welcome you to this Go Natural English experience. Today, we're going to dive into one of the most important aspects of American English pronunciation that often confuses learners. One of my viewers reached out with a really good question about the way Americans pronounce the letter T, and I thought it would be the perfect topic to explore with you in depth. American English has some fascinating features, and the way we pronounce certain sounds can be quite different from what you'd expect if you're going by spelling or how each sound is taught individually. The real challenge comes when we link sounds together in everyday conversations. Words often don't sound the way they're spelled, and understanding this difference is a huge step toward fluency. Now, let's focus on a particular transformation that tends to confuse English learners around the world. The letter T, when it appears in the middle of a word and is surrounded by vowel sounds, often shifts into what sounds like AD. This subtle change might seem small, but it's everywhere in spoken American English, and once you recognize it, your listening and pronunciation skills will improve dramatically. For instance, when someone in the US asks for water, they don't usually pronounce it the way it looks. They don't say water, they say water. That's right, water becomes water in everyday speech. You'll hear it in casual conversations, movies, interviews, and basically any real-life American interaction. If you're used to hearing British English, you might expect a sharper T sound, but in the US, it softens into something closer to AD. Another example is the word butter. Even though it has two Ts, you'll hear Americans say buttier. That's because the Ts are between vowel sounds, and this pattern softens their pronunciation. The same happens with a word like tomato. If you're speaking with someone from the UK, you might hear tomato, but in the US, it becomes tomato. So we've changed the vowel sound and the T sound, turning it into AD. Say it with me now: water, butter, tomato. You're already sounding more American just by recognizing these shifts. Now let's take a look at a word outside of the food category. The word matter is another good example. If someone says, "What's the matter?" in the US, it'll sound like, "What's the matter?" It may seem subtle, but it's a real difference that changes the way you understand and are understood. The phrase, "it doesn't matter," becomes, "it doesn't matter." Try saying that out loud. You'll notice the flow is smoother, more natural, and closer to what you'll hear from fluent American speakers. This pattern appears constantly in everyday speech. And now that you're aware of it, you'll start hearing it everywhere. It's in conversations, television, podcasts, and casual talk on the street. Recognizing it will help you pick up words more easily and respond with more confidence. This is how you begin to close the gap between textbook English and real spoken English. Here's what I want you to practice. Start by repeating these words: water, butter, tomato, matter. Then, use them in simple phrases. Say, "Can I get some water?" or "I need some butter for my toast." Practice saying, "What's the matter?" and "It doesn't matter." Feel how the D sound naturally fits in the rhythm of speech. That rhythm is a huge part of American English pronunciation. It helps make your speech sound more fluid and helps you blend in more easily when speaking with native speakers. Beyond pronunciation, what really matters is the consistency of your practice. The more you listen to native English, the more these patterns will feel familiar. Watching movies or series, listening to podcasts, or even following YouTube channels can help you internalize these patterns without memorizing complicated rules. Over time, you'll hear that softened T sound and automatically reproduce it when speaking. But the key is to be intentional. Listen with focus. Speak with purpose. When you hear native speakers using these pronunciation changes, take note. Then imitate them in your own speaking. Repeat the phrases. Use them in different situations. Eventually, these natural pronunciation shifts will become second nature. This is one of those small details that can take your speaking ability from good to truly fluent. When people hear you use these patterns correctly, they're more likely to understand you easily and see your English as smooth and advanced. So the next time you watch a movie or chat with an American friend, try to catch this D sound where the T used to be. Then, use it yourself. Make it part of how you speak. Fluency comes from these little shifts, one pattern at a time. If you enjoyed this lesson, you can find even more tips and lessons on my channel. I also have a free ebook available that's packed with helpful advice to take your English to the next level. Whether you're aiming to sound more natural, understand fast speech, or just feel more confident in everyday conversations, these small changes can make a big impact. So go practice, listen actively, speak boldly, and remember that with each word you master, you're one step closer to real fluency. See you soon.